Strevens, ends in defeat to end our season. What are your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, look, we obviously come here wanting to get the 3 points to try and get into them playoff places, and it's hard when you look back on at the end of the game and you realise that a win would have been enough for us to do it. But look, we just come up short today. We looked really nervous first half, same as I felt about us Tuesday. Not lack of effort or fight or anything like that, just to know the magnitude of what they was trying to do. And I can't get focused on this 90 minutes. I've got to focus on the season as a whole and say how proud I am of the boys, how hard they fought for each other. From minute one a day pre-season, they've been together and stuck together, and we've had some tough moments over the course of the season. So we've not missed out on the playoffs today. I know we have missed out on the playoffs today, but it's just not picking up them points at vital times over the course of the season. But I'm incredibly proud of every one of my players, the work that all my staff are putting behind the scenes. We've stuck together from day one of pre-season. The only person that we brought in the latter part of the season was Adam Marriott, because Ty was injured and Housey was ill. We haven't furloughed players and pulled players in. We haven't done any of that. We've stuck together from minute one, and that's all we've tried to do. And some of them have improved as the season's gone on. The defensive record has been incredible. But ultimately, when you get to the end of the season, the 29th of May right now, and you look and you say we just come up short. Such fine margins, we've come up short, gutted. But overall picture of the season is proud of what the boys have given me, and I couldn't ask for anything more from every single one of them.
Yeah, on today's game first, is there anything you reckon coming up short you could attribute it to, or is it just accumulation of things? Or?
Yeah, look, they're a good side. They've finished the season with the best home form in the league. Could we have done better? Yeah, we could have done better. Did I feel that the boys looked a little bit nervous at times? Yeah, but nerves are completely natural when you care so much and you want to do so well. It's dealing with them nerves and trying to not let it affect your performance, and probably we didn't do that today. But just a couple of moments, good goal from them, the first one, someone indeed got a block on it, and a great finish by the boy Ball. And then the boy Sabara hit one through legs like he did at the 94th minute or whatever it was at our place. And other bits for us, dropping in the box, just didn't quite drop to the right people, hit the outside of the post or hit the side net and things like that. And look, fine margins have been, and every game we've won as well. I'm not going to stand here and say that we haven't won games. Fine margins in these games, and then ultimately it's proved to be a real fine margin. A swing of one game over 42 games in a season, to miss out on it. But look, we wasn't at our best day. It's not pretending that we was, and I would never pretend that we was. But I know the reasons why we weren't quite at it. One, the opponents have got the best home form in the league. Two, we wasn't at it, and I've got to focus on us.
Yeah, and obviously at full time I'm sure there was frustration and disappointment, but as an hour or half an hour on, what's your overriding feeling now? You're looking back at the season as a whole as pride, as you said.
Proud of them, because it'd been amazing to get in the playoffs, and that was all we've been focusing on, all we're pushing for, and how much hard work we put in to try and get to that point. But stood away at Notts County in the technical area just before COVID hit last season, and I think I don't know where we was, because obviously they'd done points per games by the end of the season, but we were 16th. And was determined to make sure that we got things right in the summer and we was better this year. And we have been, 100% we have been. It was really tough losing so many good people, so many good players when we missed out in the playoffs, in the playoff semi-final, sorry. So last year was a bit of a coming to terms with things, a bit of a rebuild. I got things wrong, I've openly said that, I made some mistakes, honest mistakes over the course of the season. Could make excuses for injuries and stuff like that, but I made mistakes. I always focus on myself. This year, I believe as a staff, we got a lot of decisions right in the summer. Some real good decisions on players and people, and they've come in and taken it with both hands. It's just the overriding factor of feeling gutted for all the boys, because I know how hard they've worked at it. I know how hard, looking behind you, how hard Jace has worked for me every single day. He's been absolutely brilliant since I've been manager. Roscoe, I think it's a key ingredient. Look how well Joe McDonald's done this year, is because Roscoe wants to work, and if you want to improve and want to get better, then he'll help you do that, and he's done that with Joe this year. Cookie, John Lee, all you boys behind the scenes, travelled up and down the country for us, have all been so supportive of us and really behind us. I just don't want any negativity from anyone about today and Tuesday, because the boys have been in there fighting and trying their best that they can. I get that people will be disappointed, because I'm bitterly disappointed. I'm gutted when you work so hard for me. I know my family have been watching today. My two young boys desperate for us to get into them playoffs. But I can look back and go, We've got lots of things right this year, lots of things right over the course of the season. Yes, I've made mistakes, 100% I have. 100% over the course of the season I have. And I'll probably look at myself and think I've made wrong decisions during games or tactics in games that I'll take that we missed out in the playoffs, because I don't think the boys could have given me any more. Some of the games we lost these seasons because I got it wrong. But that's for me to reflect and get better, and that's all I'm trying to do. And I've got the backing of my staff, the players, everyone through brick walls at times this season. They've been unbelievable. I mean, to a man, like the work rate, the effort. And someone said to us, "You're the hardest working team in the league," and that weren't like 2 games into the season. That was 30-something games into the season. If they're the characteristics of what the boys have proved this season: hard work, togetherness, picking themselves up at tough moments. I wanted that to be enough to get us in at the end, but unfortunately it hasn't. So we wish the teams in the playoffs the best of luck. I know how hard it's been this year, so I wish every one of them teams the best of luck. You know, Bromley and Chesterfield getting in there today, like, credit to them, because I know how hard this has been with COVID and the relentlessness of the Saturday, Tuesday games. So good luck to them and all the other teams in the playoffs. And whoever goes up with Sutton, like, they're doing the deserve it come the end of the season. For us, it's to dust down, try and regroup and be better again next season. And all I know is that, like a couple of years ago, we had some really good players. We've got some really good players now, so I'm imagining that a lot of people will be interested in them. I've got to try my hardest to keep the group together, make some tough decisions, but try and make sure we come back better next season. That's my task now, and full focus on that. Not today, but in the coming weeks and days. That's what I've got to focus on.
Yeah, and is that the importance of looking forward with a positive attitude in it? You know, we've changed our focus, as you said, from last season to this, and we've put a foothold in looking up the table now. Yeah,
look, I've been at this club a long time, and I was proud when we got promoted out of the Conference South. The first year I was at the football club, we lost in the playoff semi-final. We've done amazing, and then all sorts of things happened at this place, and it's been my job to, following on from Hesse, to be fair, and Richard Hill, to stabilise things, not give out long contracts and masses of money to players, to work and improve people. And we did that in the first year really well. Like I said, last year we got a couple of bits. But when you look at the overall focus of this season, you know, Joe McDonnell in goal has been unbelievable. Joe Tomlinson, coming from bottom of the Conference South, stepping up the way he has done. Andrew Boyce has been unbelievable. I don't want to Ben House over them. I'm just talking about individuals. When you think of the individuals, but the collective has been so good. I said it last week when we was having to talk about people winning awards and stuff like that. I could go round and just go, Tyrone Barnett's been even better this year because he's been fitter. He had a full pre-season with us. Cavs kicked on again. Birdie, the improvement in him. Parts, but just, I don't want to go because I could keep going on about all of them. And then if I'm missing people out, I just said to him in there, if people have felt like I've not given them a chance over the course of the season, not given them a fair crack, I've apologised because I haven't tried to be like that. I tried to really back the boys and try and giving them opportunities to get better. That's what I tried to do. It's just reflect on it being so close to being amazing, but making sure that I don't lose the characteristics in these next coming weeks of what's been so good for me as a manager at this football club. That I want good people around me. I want people that want to play for this football club. I want people that are going to work hard and give it their best. And I want people that are going to not make excuses and try to be the best version of themselves that they can be. That's what I've got to make sure that I do in these coming weeks. And first job is to make sure I try and keep as many of these boys together because I don't want to lose them. I'm going to understand that bigger teams are going to come from. Probably teams in our league are going to try and go after a few of them. But keep as many of them together as we can and improve again. It's so hard to improve again from what we've done this year, but to say we've missed out on the playoffs by, is it 2 points in the end, 3 points? I can't remember, I haven't even looked. Say it's 3 points. How can we be 3 points better next season? How can we get into them playoff places? How can we try and win the league like Sutton have just done? And that's the plan now. That's the plan for the football club, to me, but making sure that key ingredients is, like I'm saying, people want to be here, fight, run through brick walls for me and the staff, and each and every one of the boys have done that to a man, every single person. Young Lewis Beale, Ben Scoria, Callum Bourne have travelled down here today to be with the boys. They've been first class over the course of the season. These young boys, they should have been out playing, couldn't because of COVID. So although they're not out there for people to see, every single person day to day has worked so hard for this group. And got to get better now, got to do better. That's what we've got to do. Last summer, have to do better. This summer, got to try my hardest to do better again. And if I don't improve us and I get things wrong, then I'll hold my hands up like I always do. I'm always critical on myself. That's what I've got to do. Try and improve us next season and try and make sure when we get to this point again next season, whatever date it's going to be, we're all happy. We'll either won the league or we're in the playoffs. And that's going to be hard work. That's going to be tough to do because we're fighting against some fantastic teams. But that's it, full focus on that now.
Yeah, and one last one then. Is there a message for the supporters? Obviously, this season's been unprecedented without them there, and what can they expect to be back with us next year? Exactly
them things I'm talking about. I can't wait to have them back. It was amazing having them there last Saturday. I said it in a tweet, and I don't tweet much, but whoever read it, we won last Saturday because of them being there. I want them to be proud of the boys' efforts and make sure that I don't want any negativity whatsoever about any one of these players, because I will take that personally. I'm massively personally, because they've all given their all for this football club, worked every single day, fought for this club as much as they could. Can't wait to have them back. It's going to be amazing. Coming out of this crazy season, it's been mental this season. You know, you're trying to prepare for a Saturday and Tuesday game, but then you're doing it without fans there. You lot are all cheering us on. Our directors are there cheering us on, but coming the end of the game, you're walking back in and you're strong as a group. But you've not got people there smiling and happy. My family haven't been to any games, they've been to one game. They're desperate for today. Jace's boys loves coming, Roscoe's dad, all the players. And then that for us next year is to be coming out the back of that, knowing that this club has come through COVID like lots of other clubs, and we're coming out the side and we're in a healthy position. We've improved massively. But from the first day of next season, let's hope it's the first day, because Barnes is getting his pitch done and he couldn't be happy about that. Let's hope that we can have that first home game at home next year. But if it's not, if it's a little bit into the season, whatever it'll be, I can't wait to be back at the Silver Lake and see some happy faces again. And that's all I want to do, try and make us better. And I'm sure that they want us to be better as well. You know, the support that they've given me as a player, coach, manager now has been first class. I know they get annoyed at times and I get a few tweets here and there, but that's football. Any criticism that I truthfully get from someone else, they can't say nothing bad to me, because trust me on this, I'm more critical of myself than anyone can be sending me a tweet or a message or anything like that. I'm really overly critical of myself. So I hope they're proud of the boys, have a lovely off season. Let's hope the sun stays out. Let's hope that it gets back to normality in England. And then when the time's right, back at the Silver Lake first day of next season, let's make sure we're all together fighting and pushing in the direction of trying to get this club in the Football League. Not been able to do it this year, I've got to try and do it. I want to do it as a player, I want to do it as a manager, I want to get this club in the Football League. And I've got to, that's what I've got to do, try and do. And that's going to need full backing of players, people behind the scenes like you guys, and more importantly them fans coming back and singing their hearts out for the boys and really giving them a spur on in key moments, because that can make a difference next season. I hope it does.